we would, and I can't even pick it up because the live algorithm does not allow you to handle anything that even looks like a weapon.
Oh yeah, and you did the burner launcher.
We did the burner launcher, but they freak out because what they don't want, we finally figured out, they don't want somebody live streaming to shoot somebody or themselves.
Yeah, because that hasn't happened before.
But it has, actually.
Yeah, I know.
When it did, because I remember when the dudes were sitting in that car, and one of them shot the other, you couldn't see the gun anyway.
Right.
So, as usual, it doesn't do any good. Much like the dildo story.
Why doesn't this...
But thank you for everybody over on Kick, because Kick is where it's happening. And I saw a story, thanks to, I think Michael V sent it to me. A dude is making $150,000 a year with like no followers on Kick. Now, I have a feeling that is a bullshit story, but...
Got to be. It's got to be a promo for Kick, right?
Probably. But one never knows, does one? I mean,
no.
and
well, I don't know
one decides that they will give it a shot. Besides, and when I say shot, I hope the algorithm doesn't mean I'm shooting.
Oh,
Shooting.
Yeah, no,
Please don't.
Why,
I wasn't.
Why is this not going through? What the hell?
Have you tried plugging it in?
Oh, there's an idea.
Let's see here. When I do that and I do that,
I've sent 2 emails to a separate email address, and it's not going through. I don't like it.
I have something special too this morning because should I play this now or should I wait? Because I mean, this is a fun one, except it's not responding naturally.
I wanted to start the show with this. What are we doing?
You should have been better prepared, is all I can say. That's all I'm giving you right now, just a little sneak peek. Oh, I forgot about this one. We had this one. Get your groove on. Get your groove on.
I like that one.
Get your groove on. It's gonna be live. Let's see. Do we have time to?
Why is this not sending?
I'm telling you, you need to plug it in.
Get your groove on. Get your groove on.
And make sure you don't have someone else's groove on because that gets awkward. All right, let's see. I think we're almost ready to do this. They haven't started yet. Still getting set up. Leprechaun says, "No, this is it. This is as good as we get. This is it." Brad, your audio is excellent. Thank you. I have spent countless minutes trying to figure the damn thing out, and I may or may not have finally done it. I don't know.
This is very frustrating to me.
What, getting up on Saturday to do this show?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I don't have what I need.
Are we talking about drugs or the goodwill of the people?
That too.
What?
That too.
Huh.
That too.
Just remember, we do have the...
No, I don't have the story in front of me to do for the open.
You better, because look, there goes the thumbnail. I can't control it.
Oh, no.
And just so you know, that is an image of you and I in the lower right-hand corner. That's what Grok thinks we look like.
Good for Grok.
I think Grok might be blind, but hey, what do I know?
Not there. Why is it not there?
From the heart of cattle flatulence country and home of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, it's Saturday Morning Live with Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat and Brad Staggs from the Daily MoJo. Today's episode, Attack of the Clones. Yikes. No clones here, just the real deal. It's Brad Staggs and Jeff Fisher.
Hey, welcome to it, Saturday Morning Live. How in the world are you? Hollywood director James Toback. Hollywood credits include him doing Bugsy and The Pickup Artist, Two Girls and a Guy, Black and White, Love and Money, The Big Bang, Tyson. He was the writer as well as the director of that movie. He was credited as the writer and director of The Imperfect Murder as well. He was ordered to pay $1.68 billion to 40 women who accused him of sexual assault, psychological abuse, false imprisonment, and coercion, according to reports. And good luck getting that $1.68 billion from the 80-year-old Hollywood director. They broke down, the jury said, hey, yeah, your financial obligation is to reflect $280 million in compensatory damages and $1.4 billion in punitive damages. So these... I
thought that you were going to say he was dead, so this is actually good news.
No, he is not dead, but he will be shortly. This all started back in 2017 thanks to a Los Angeles Times investigation. 20 women testified in person. Another 20 testified over video. And so then in 2024, this case has been going on for, 5-6 years now, maybe longer. He asked the judge to dismiss the case, and the judge said, I don't think so. I think we're not doing that. And
women? This is about women again. This is women coming forward and saying he touched me in my no square.
That's correct. And we know that Julianne Moore, Natalie Morales, and Ellen Pompeo, I believe, were three of the big names that apparently he would set up meetings that were to be auditions, only to have them become sexual. So, and you can't say no when somebody has you in a room and says, hey, if you want the part, have sex with me. I mean, you have to have sex with because of the power dynamic. That's just the way the world is.
There's no way that you can.
Apparently, this has been going on for, years, right? Decades. And so
it's the casting couch. That's Hollywood.
Yeah, it's definitely the casting couch. Now, they believe the attorneys are like, well, we're probably not going to get any money, but that's not what this was about. This was about, speaking truth to power and making it count.
It's about crushing the male ego, the male soul, the male id.
Now, he denied it, to be fair. Now, obviously, the jury has, ruled against him, but he denied the allegations back in 2017, saying he had never met any of these women, or if he did, it was for 5 minutes. I have no recollection. He also reportedly claimed that prior the last 22 years, it had been biologically impossible for him to engage in the behavior described by the women, saying he had diabetes and a heart condition that required medication.
That wasn't happening?
That's what he said. And no one believed him.
You could slap that thing all day long, and it just sat there on the table.
No one believed him.
It didn't.
According to the Los Angeles Times, nearly 400 women contacted the news organization with accusations of sexual harassment by him. Let me say this. I left a message on the Los Angeles Times messaging service. He molested me too, as well. Not just women. I'm part of this $1.38 billion settlement. So it's on record. It's on record now, and I want to.
I'm looking at
whatever
images.
You get, I'll take.
I mean, there's the guy.
I'll take.
There's
yeah, they're definitely comparing him to Harvey, who starts a new trial again in New York.
Why do they wait? That's a stupid question. Never mind. Why? Wow. Yeah,
I know.
I know.
I mean,
I wouldn't sleep with him. I mean,
Well, Brad, again, I had to because I really wanted
you couldn't
the part.
say no. Yeah, you wanted
And
the part.
I couldn't say no. There was no way I could say, no, I'm leaving because I wanted the part.
Right. Yeah.
It's just,
Florida man in
what it is.
Alabama says, "Who among us hasn't had 20 women testify against them by video?" I know. Look, who hasn't been accused of such heinous crimes? And rape is not to be condoned, of course, and that's But
Oh, okay. I
But-
know. I know we have to put the
A, you
disclaimers
can't
out
rape the
there.
willing, and B, if you knew you were making a deal, don't welsh on it later. Don't be an Indian giver. I mean, that's fair to say, isn't it?
I guess. And stop using old terms like Indian giver. Okay? My gosh.
Indian giver, is that better?
Yes.
By the way, when I say Indian, it's feather, not
No,
dot. Just so you know,
no, we know what you mean.
I don't want
white
any
man.
of the.
We know what you mean,
I
Whitey.
don't-
We
look,
got it.
Do I have to pull out my Indian card? Because I've got
Do you
that.
have
If I
one?
oh yeah, the DNA is there,
How
along
much-
with
how
my
much?
a couple of percent at least.
Because
And-
if you have a 16th, I think that's the lowest it goes. You can get on the rolls if you have the 16th of the blood.
But I just don't.
tried.
I don't.
Because I tried to get my son on the rolls, and we could never prove where his great grandmother was born. We know she was full blooded, but they have to prove where she was born to get on the rolls because he's a 16th.
It was my great grandmother. According to my dad, full blood, she was his
So
grandmother.
yeah, you've got enough
I'd
to be
be.
on the rolls.
Yeah, I'm there. But
You've got like an 8th then, right? That'd be grandmother.
I got an 8th in me.
50.
Who wouldn't want the
25,
all 8
yeah.
of the 8th? I'm just saying. Cougar Jack Old Diva, OMG, one of these chicks says he forced her to receive oral sex.
Thank you.
That's the one I've always
You can't
questioned.
say no.
How-
You can't say that's because, Brad, you can't say no. The power dynamic. What don't you understand?
Do you get shackled into, was it the stirrup thing? The
Maybe
like,
because they said
handcuff your-
they said what was it? False imprisonment, right? Was one of the things that he was found guilty of.
So he straps him into into the stirrups.
Actually, what happened is he probably just locked the door, and there's no way that
Hmm.
you, as another human being, could unlock it.
Well, no, not if you want the part.
Correct.
It does make you wonder, did Matt Lauer have the lock on the door that he could push the button with? Because they said that he came out and said
Yeah.
it was just a rumor, and every
Right.
now and then I do I stalk him because I liked Matt Lauer and
Yeah,
I
I
still I don't know if he did what he after looking at the chick that had accused him, I was like, woof,
Right.
I'd probably turn her around too. But now that is not to say I would do what he
Wow.
has been.
Wow.
Can we not be honest?
Wow.
Can
Yeah,
we not?
sure, go ahead.
Can we not be
Sure.
honest with each other here? I mean, that's
Sure,
that's
go
what
ahead.
we do. But
I just know that when I struggled with Toback, Mr. James Toback, to get a part,
he was
I
tough to
couldn't
wrestle,
say
wasn't
no. I couldn't say no.
he? He was tough to wrestle.
So
Well, once
whatever
he puts
little,
a kiss on your
whatever little
neck,
tidbit of that 1.38, $1.68 billion comes to the accusers, and I'm one.
look at Matt Lauer with hair.
Oh, he looks pretty.
I have never seen.
That's a good. He looks great.
Yeah, so did I once. So did I. But those days are over. Is he out there reconnecting with old friends? 7 years. Has he been gone there for 7 years?
He's been on a long time. Yeah. His name. I mean, he's persona non grata, man. You don't want anything to do with Matt Lauer.
And
My mother. Every time I think of Matt Lauer, my mother loved him.
I
just
did too.
remember. I didn't mind him. He was okay, but I mean, I just remember my mother loving Matt Lauer.
Now, was he?
I don't know that she ever met him in the office, but I just know that she loved him.
She could tell us whether or not he maybe had a lock on the door.
She could, except that she's dead. So
You know, my
Can't-
mom stopped answering questions after she died too. That is so weird. What are the odds?
I know.
Now,
This video. Stop. Pause this for a second. This video makes my timeline ever so often, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because the algorithm knows that it makes me laugh every time. Every time.
it works.
It's really, really funny to me. And the caption on the post talks about when facing a foe, all options are on the table.
As they should be. You know, the old saying, all is fair in love and war.
This video is hilarious. He just starts chasing him down the street naked.
It works. It works.
It makes me laugh every time. Every time.
I mean, the other
Hilarious.
dude has a clear advantage.
Absolutely.
He's much bigger.
He wants no part of it. It's fine. You want to fight? I'll take all my clothes off then.
Whatever the hell it takes. I'm trying to find our where's our YouTube? I'm looking for the YouTube. There it is, right there. Much bigger. Oops, sorry. I should. Caller, turn down your radio. Okay, thank you. I've done that. Sue Mariani is over in the YouTube. A 16th Indian Heritage will get you free books and tuition from GVSU.
Okay.
That's
but I said you can get on the rolls. It's for the Cherokee Nation. 16th gets you on the rolls.
How's Matt Lauer making a living nowadays? Sue says.
He's probably still living off the $100 million that he had in the bank.
He saved.
Yeah.
He saved. And Billy Idol is in the YouTube chat room.
Oh, nice.
Is that
Billy's just? Did he make it to the Hall of Fame? You can. I think he's a nominee to go into the Hall of Fame this year.
Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, everyone. Starting the morning with finishing up a brisket for a weekend gathering.
Oh, nice.
Send some in the mail.
When did you put that in? Last night, I hope, or yesterday? It's been that thing.
And Sue, I was also just listening to Chewing the Fat with you.
Aw.
Isn't that nice? And
That's
we don't have
nice.
anybody over in the Saturday morning live Kick because no one knows about it yet. So if
I couldn't tell you. Is there a special app that I have to download
it's just
for Kick?
kick.com. It's kick.com, and you go there and you put in. Now it is. I will say it's a little weird when you go searching for the channel because you either have to make a Saturday morning live one word or not.
Wait.
And I don't remember which one it is. But if it doesn't work the first way, try it the second way, and it might work that way. And it might not. But Kick is another
Keep trying.
place.
Keep trying. We're that good. We're that good. We need you to keep trying to find it.
Yeah, don't give up. It's
because you want to use the Kick app.
There is there is a Kick app, but I don't think. I'm just trying to figure out now if we will get busted because now if we play a part of a video like from OK Go, which everybody else in the world knows.
Oh, YouTube gets mad.
Will they? Well, I mean, OK Go. They are independent. They're kind of like Tom McDonald. But
okay.
And generally, those guys don't have a problem with it.
Why is it important to?
Because
air
they've
this
come out with a
stupid
brand new video. Because you love robots.
I do. I want one bad.
This whole thing.
I want one bad.
But the fact of that you have never seen OK Go.
Never seen this video in my life.
I don't know how a person living on planet Earth could never have seen the OK Go treadmill video.
If I have seen it, I certainly don't remember it. And this is something that you would remember because they're stupid on treadmills.
It worked. Look at the choreography on this thing.
I
This
know,
was one
look
of
at
the
it. It's
first.
great, isn't it?
This is one of the first. This is almost as iconic as Charlie Bit My Finger. Now you remember Charlie Bit My Finger, right?
No idea what you're talking about.
How is it that you and Bethany Knott have no idea what Charlie Bit My Finger was? Everybody else knows what Charlie Bit My Finger.
Does everybody know?
Yes.
Charlie Bit My
Charlie
Finger.
Bit My Finger was one of the first videos on YouTube. And it
The
recently
first
sold.
video on YouTube was some kid looking at an elephant.
I don't know what you're. Charlie Bit. All you have to do is start typing Charlie Bit and it'll fill in. Charlie bit my finger.
Okay,
And
great.
it was recently sold for
boy.
700. October of 2022. The video received over 897 million views. In May of 2021, the video was sold as an NFT at auction for over $700,000. And you don't
Boy,
remember
how happy are they to have that now?
the
The
700,000.
the Charlie bit my finger NFT. Man, I wish I could have done that investment.
Just say it. Here is the original Charlie bit my finger.
Charlie. Charlie bit me. Ah.
That's the original. Of course, these kids are like 40 now.
Ah. Oh. Ouch. Ow.
Don't put your finger in his mouth,
Charlie.
stupid.
Ow. Charlie, that really hurt.
$700,000.
Incredible.
This is
Incredible.
there's 887 million views 17 years ago.
We are dumb.
No, we like cat videos.
We are dumb.
We like stuff. So that was why OK Go.
I don't recall him. I may have actually seen that one before.
Well, then that's why
It does
OK
seem
Go
familiar.
was
But
like
I don't
within
think-
a year or so.
I'm not going to go out on a limb and say I'd actually seen it before, but I may have. I may have been one of the 887 million views. But I don't recall. But I
here's-
for sure have not seen your stupid treadmill video.
It's not stupid. It is.
and they don't have 887 million views.
They
I'll
had
tell you that.
67
Yeah.
million.
Okay. Okay. Not
And-
887 million.
But they have a new. And the problem with being one of the first, the pioneers on YouTube, and being
So
a sensation.
you're telling me the treadmill people were pioneers on YouTube?
Yes,
Stop it.
they had to outdo themselves each time they released a new video, and they did one I think with some drones, and it was all one continuous shot. That was the big deal. The whole thing was one continuous shot on the treadmills, so they had to be perfect for the whole song. They had to do everything just right, and that's hard to do on a treadmill. And so each.
That's hard to do for a lot of people doing anything.
Thank
I
you.
mean, when you watch any kind of app content. I mean, there's jump cuts. It drives me insane how many jump cuts are in the content provided. And nobody cares. I mean,
No,
it was
but-
one shot. Great. So what? I mean,
But
nobody
this
cares.
theirs has been a challenge over the years. Let's see. Holy crap! Their second one was like 10 years ago, and it was one shot, and the whole thing they did on unis. And you think treadmills are hard? Try doing it on unicycles.
And this group is OK Go.
OK Go. Now this only has 51 million views 10 years ago. YouTube's either going to shut us down or they're not, so I don't know. But this is worth it because you love robots,
though?
and I'm
Is
working
it
up
though?
to something. Yes. It's a great video.
Yeah, it looks like it.
This is all one shot.
I heard
one
you.
shot.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard
One,
you.
they haven't fallen off. I mean, could you ride on I don't even know what that thing is. It's a two-wheeler technically, but it looks like this looks like some bastardization of a unicycle with a training wheel on it.
Yeah.
One shot. This is when like drones were just coming into play. So the drone goes up.
We had to do this. We had to do this because the mall said we could use the building and the walkway when they weren't open. So we had to do this at 5 a.m.
Right, see, if they waited 10 years, they could use any mall because none of them were open.
That's correct.
But it is what I mean. This is a piece of art.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so it's beautiful.
Great.
It's a
Yeah,
beautiful,
great. Okay,
beautiful,
go. Yeah,
beautiful.
okay.
It's
Look,
they
look
do
at that.
amazing.
It's all one shot.
It's all one shot. They had to do the whole thing in one shot. Now, how do you, after you've done that and you've done their other videos, How
now
do
up
you?
yours. We've upped
Pretty
our game.
much.
Now up yours.
So they
Okay.
did this one with robots and
Wait, so
mirrors.
this is the new one. This
This
is what
is
we're building
brand
up
new.
to.
12
Okay, go.
Boy, I hope it's worth it.
No, it's gonna be because the first two were great.
They really were. I mean,
No, I
again,
know.
the
That's
one
what I
shot.
said. That's what I said.
And when you see when you're an old television veteran like myself, you understand and appreciate what it takes to get something done
what was the show?
with perfection.
Shoot. There was just a new show that somebody emailed me saying, that was done with just one shot. That's what made it so great. And I
Adolescence.
thought, I don't care. Oh, yeah.
Adolescence.
Yeah.
Do you know why I know that? Because I saw somebody yapping about it online,
Yeah.
and that was the only reason I remembered Adolescence, because I
they-
remember you were like,
It's one of the. Yeah, I did watch it. I was one of the first ones because now everybody's launching onto the adolescence bandwagon. Yeah, that was their first. Anyway,
Yeah, but one shot. So again, it's a big deal, in the industry. So
in the industry, right? And of course, you huge in the industry.
big, huge.
You see where the Oscars are now going to let the stunt people get an Oscar? Good for them. Not
Bastards.
this year though. Not this year because we can't just do it. We got to put it off a couple of years. 2027, 2028.
That's when they're going to ban them from getting an Oscar.
Yeah, well, we're not going to give you one until then.
Oh, we're not. Oh, they okayed it. This is the first time they're going to allow.
Yeah, they've given a couple of special awards to stunt people, but not an actual. It was not an actual defined award. Yeah,
Those dirty
I know.
bastards.
I know.
Well, funny you should bring that up, because I don't think there are any stunt performers in this video of OK Go.
Wow.
But
keep
there
it
are
down.
robots. There are robots, and there are mirrors.
This demo better be good. I'll tell you.
It better
that.
be good, because I've only seen like the first 30 seconds of it. So if it sucks,
Don't you dare try to downplay this now.
I'm
Don't
just
you
leaving.
dare.
I'm
I'm going to throw the disclaimer. I haven't seen it all.
I haven't. I've seen 30
You've
seconds
watched
of it.
every second of this video, and you damn well know
I've
it.
seen.
No, you have not.
It's
You've
watch
watched
for
this entire
watch
thing.
for the robots with OK Go.
Watch this entire video.
Robot.
Look, you can see the mirror reflection and the beauty. Look, see, robots, mirrors. One shot.
One shot.
Mirrors.
One of those robots that slices his head in one shot.
Well, they might. I haven't seen it all, so they might kill him. Wow, they look older. Look at that.
One shot, Brad.
One shot.
One shot.
You know how hard it is to look, a costume change.
How do they do that with one shot?
It's amazing. Look, they took his hair away. He's bald now. In one shot.
One shot.
See?
The song's terrible. First of
One
all.
shot. The song is. Yeah, you're right. The song sucks. But I'll give you that. But look at the mirrors and the robot
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
and the gay little streamers. I mean, wait a second. Isn't there an Olympic sport with the little streamer
Yes, there
things?
is.
Okay, so
Yes, there is.
I withdraw my previous comment. But this is look at the balloons. Look at the balls on the sticks. The mirrors.
One
I mean,
shot.
It is a kaleidoscope of color.
That's exactly what it is.
And it's in an old setting.
All right.
Okay, now that's
changing.
cool. That's cool. That's cool. And do you see the juxtaposition of the new on the old? Because we're dealing with a lot of, oh, look, you can see the lens of the camera. They're breaking the fourth wall. Do you see that? That's amazing.
They are breaking the fourth wall. You appreciate that being in the industry more than anyone.
I do. I really do, because it's canon, really, not to break, not canon. Frank,
Cannon,
but
tonight's
no,
episode.
not that Cannon, but Cannon
William
with
Conrad.
one N. Well, two technically, but not the three N's. It would
Yeah.
be in Cannon.
Correct.
But that is, I'm going to leave the
I'll
rest
tell
of it.
you what. Frank
gonna-
Cannon would make this video much better. I'll tell you that.
I'm going to leave the rest of it, and people can watch it on their because it was amazing.
It sure was.
It was
It
truly.
sure was.
You want to see
Boy.
Charlie bit my finger again? Because that's pretty.
Do I want to add to the 887 million?
Remember, Charlie bit my finger. No, it wasn't that much. It was, how much was it? That he.
887 million. Right.
Oh,
That's what you said.
views, yes. And I was thinking about the money because it sold for.
800,000, 700,000, something like that.
Ouch,
This is way
Charlie.
too much for an NFT. Give me a break. I wish I had got in on that scam. I should have. I mean that investment plan.
Did those? CNN had an NFT.
Everybody had one. I seriously, I feel bad that I didn't have one.
The question, if you look up NFT scams, the question that Google suggests is, why would anyone buy an NFT?
Thank you. They did though.
And
They did.
The answer to that is I have no idea.
Yeah, they did, and nobody understood exactly what it was because you were buying the property, but you didn't get the property.
Florida
This is
man
weird.
in Alabama
Weird.
was the video shot by Canon?
Canon.
It may have been.
Maybe. I think wasn't that camera a Canon camera?
I don't know. That's a good question. That'd be the Canon with one end, well, two technically, not three as in Canon. But it may have been a probably not probably though an Alexa. And Original Babe says that has to be AI too. I don't think so. I'll bet you it was
I don't think so.
all one shot, all strictly in camera.
Because that's what they do, right? I mean, that's their deal. I'm
yes,
not
that's-
familiar with
yes.
the OK Go
And you told
manifesto.
me you weren't even. Yes, you were.
I'm familiar with
See,
the OK Go manifesto, but I'm just saying that's what they do. You've documented the history of OK Go.
I did. I did a pretty
Showed
good
it
job
there.
of going through the
And-
history, the
and I'm just
evolution,
saying
if you
that
will.
That's what they do.
Cougar Jack Holdiva says allegedly when. What? Why do you have to be so suspect of everything,
There
Cougar?
you go.
Jack Hole.
'Cause you can't trust anything in today's world. You know that.
That is so sad.
You're the one.
I
You're
want
the
to
one that
trust.
said hello this morning, and then you're bashing the. You don't believe that
I
you can
wanna
have an
believe.
accident from a helicopter. You don't believe it.
That is when we see helicopter crashes, horrible, tragic helicopter crashes like the one in New York. Was that yesterday?
Yesterday or the day before, yeah.
When you see those helicopter crashes like that, the first thing now in my brain is that wasn't an accident, and that sucks.
I know, and there's all kinds of information coming out about it. People, and what's true and what's not, I don't know. Hopefully we'll get the report from the FAA, and we'll believe them, right? Anyway,
Yeah, look at that. That was the rotor.
yeah.
This thing
Now, it
came
was
apart in the air.
It was reported. Yeah, it was reported. I mean, you watch the video of it just dropping. That's them pulling it out. But the video of it just dropping into the Hudson was incredible. And they claimed that he had radioed in saying he needed to get gas. Apparently, he didn't check the gas tank before he took off on his tourist ride with this family from Brazil, I believe. And so they heard from him about 5 minutes into the flight, and then they hadn't heard from him 20 minutes later, and then you get the crash. Really weird.
Something, and there is the.
Look at that. I mean, it just drops. I guess that's what happens when you lose your rotor. You can quote me on that.
Wow.
But they have two blades. Did it have three blades? It's weird because that right there shows two blades.
I don't even know if those are the blades or if that's just like the mounting bracket for the blade.
Okay.
'Cause the
All right.
blades-
I got you. Yeah, the blades. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah, I've never really paid attention to how those blades are connected to the body of the
Yeah,
helicopter.
I haven't
but-
either. I was trying to read up on it a little bit, and there's I don't understand all of it, so I kept going. They were talking about how they built it, and they have their what were they called it like the Jesus cap or whatever that makes sure that everything stays on. Yeah, this guy's probably actually explaining that.
It only happens in some kind of a catastrophe with an engine failure or a disconnection between the engine and the transmission and the rotor system. That's all speculation.
He says in a crash like today's, the water would not soften the fall.
There's two elements to this. In this particular accident, it was a catastrophic failure at altitude, and the remainder of the wreckage fell basically at terminal velocity into the river. At that point in time, you're hitting the river. It may as well be cement.
Ben says the coming days will bring answers, but it will likely be much longer until investigators know exactly what caused that helicopter to crash into the Hudson, something Ben will be watching closely.
Okay, and the first thing all of us think is there's something not right.
Right.
Well,
and there
all
were
of us.
I read, and again, it's online, so I don't know what to believe, but they were saying that they caught the helicopter crashing because there was a sound before, which made everybody look up, or it made at least the person filming look up.
But don't we have a bunch of different? Let's see. This is
So there was some sort of noise. They don't know what it is.
We are getting some video of the moment of impact. This is disturbing video. We do want to show you, as we do know this investigation.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh boy, look at that. That would.
Yeah, I just said that.
That would suggest to me they have
and the worst part about this is
forward momentum.
you've got time to think about that on the way down.
It's really bad. And the family, the dad and the mom and the three kids and the helicopter pilot.
It was the mom's birthday, and I think it was one of the kids' birthdays.
It's so sad. Yeah, they talked about the Jesus bolt, and apparently those are, is what I guess are supposed to attached, and if that comes off, that's what happens. I don't know that
you're going down.
true.
Well,
yeah,
but this guy was not Egyptian. What was he?
no, Brazilian, right?
Brazilian. Was it Brazilian? Maybe.
I think so.
Family, helicopter family, and the whole family was here. They were in New York. Celebrate. Let's see the New York Post. Well,
this says Spain, but I thought it was Brazil.
Siemens executive Agustin Escobar, his wife, their three young
Interesting
children.
how his last name is Escobar. Just a side note.
10, 8, and 4. Oh,
Wow, sad.
Pilot,
And it was from Spain. Is that right? Is that what your story says? Because I thought I originally read Brazil, but then this says Spain.
law enforcement made it clear it does not. He was the global CEO of rail infrastructure at his company Siemens. He was in the city. He had flown in from Barcelona
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
to
Spain.
extend the trip a few days, and they just landed in New York earlier in the day and immediately went off on the sightseeing flight.
Yeah, I wanted to take a tour, see the skyline of New York. Those tours happen all the time. Helicopters fly in and out of Manhattan all the time. It's really incredible that there hasn't been other crashes. It's interesting how they all seem to be happening now, though. When I say now, I'm saying in this timeline of our lives. Because we had the plane crash down in Florida.
Yep.
Killed a few people. That was just a little... I know it's just an accident. I get it.
The main rotor was still spinning without the helicopter as it fell. 4 of the victims pronounced dead at the scene. 4 of the victims pronounced dead at the scene. 2 others died at the hospital.
Oh, so they rescued some of them.
Yep.
Holy cow. Wow.
But the guy was right, man. You hit the water.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Ugh. That was just... Spain, not Brazil, says Cougar. It was a Boeing helicopter.
We just said that.
She just likes to repeat this. She's like a mockingbird. It hit an invisible UFO.
Okay. Yep, that's what happened.
Any other day, I would say,
That's what-
however, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but do you remember Star
think
Trek
you are.
4?
I think
Do you
are.
remember Star Trek 4 with when they parked the Klingon spacecraft in the park in San Francisco, and they turn on the cloaking device, and when she's running toward it, she runs into it.
Runs into it, yeah. That's when they were looking for the whale, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's when
'cause
they're
my
saving
favorite
planet
one.
Earth.
That's one of my favorite ones where he goes in to build the tank to get
Whales,
the whale.
Whales, Scotty, whales.
And he says,
Humpbacks.
it's an old school computer. So he picks up the mouse. He starts talking to the computer, and the guy says, no, this is old school. So he picks up the mouse. Computer. And
I
it
love
says,
him.
no, it's old school. He says, oh, whoa. He
gotta
cracks his
type.
knuckle. He's got to type.
But they use the cloaking device. And I'm saying that right now we're talking about UFOs, and we've had congressional hearings on UFOs. And if we're going to look at them with seriousness, then how do we know they don't have a cloaking device? And how do we know the one didn't hit?
We don't. And that's in the general vicinity of what happened to all those drones?
Same thing happened to the Epstein files.
Did did they put on their cloaking device and now we're not seeing them?
They were all written off as
false reporting, helicopters.
Yes, but yeah, that's all. Right? The whole thing. Yeah. That's all it was. It's just people being hysterical.
It was not. It's not drones from outer. Just people.
If you go back to I was on Keith's show on Thursday, and we talked to Don Schmidt, who was the author, one of the co-authors of Witness to Roswell. It's exactly what they did at Roswell. They diverted attention. And pretty soon the press goes, whatever. And then they went on with their, behind the scenes taking care of stuff. That's probably what happened with the drones. Same damn thing. They were something. They weren't just misidentified somethings, but
I like the idea that there was. So that means when it ran into the.
Was that the noise?
It ran into the drone that was had its cloaking device on. Did the drone crash too? Do we have an invisible
That's a good
drone?
question.
If you crash when you're cloaked, don't you come back? Don't you become visible? I don't know. I'm asking for a friend.
I believe these are now legitimate questions.
So if a boater runs into something out there in the Hudson, it doesn't see anything. Could be the cloaked drone that ran into the helicopter.
Leprechaun says if it was a Boeing helicopter, the bolts just fell out.
It was not. So calm down.
It wasn't a Boeing. Does Boeing make helicopters?
No, it was a Bell.
They both begin with B. We still have no one over in the Kick chat room. I'm a little disappointed. Makes me sad. Sue says, will we ever believe a news story again?
I don't know. That's a legitimate question. I don't know. I mean, but you're supposed to question everything anyway, right? I mean, look, you and I have been doing this kind of crap for a long time, and we've questioned stories forever. I'm sorry?
You've been doing it much longer. You're just you did it when
we've questioned stories all our lives
together. Yes.
But
never like this.
And there are plenty of times where especially, back in the day of the beginnings of talk radio, you would do stories, and you may in the back of your mind think that can't be true. But you didn't. You just went with it. In today's world, every story is like that. That can't be true.
And today it probably isn't true because they've lied to us. They lie about everything. They've lied to us about Area 51. Now there's a mysterious triangular tower at Area 51. It's been discovered on Google Maps. Could be alien tech. I don't know if it's alien tech or not, but there's a big old tower.
Wow.
The unusual structure is stationed in a remote spot in Nevada about 80 miles northwest of Vegas. Again, Area 51.
Wow.
So, who knows?
What does that? It proves they built something on the property.
It proves they built something on their property. Oh, crap. You know what? Hang on. We've only got 20 minutes.
Number 3.
Number 3. What are we?
That's your number 3.
Number 3.
I don't even,
Your third most important story.
I'm sorry. What?
Number 3.
Because every week we have to make sure that Jeff
Do we
Fisher
know?
gets to all of his stories,
I
and
don't
this
think
week
we do.
we
I don't
did
think we do.
we didn't. Do you want? Are we going? Wait a second.
Number
We
2.
We're just gonna go. We're skipping number 3 and going to number 2.
We've already done multiple stories. I guess
So
we can,
are you saying
give me-
in-
all right, let me,
Within
go ahead.
those were your
Go
number
ahead.
3 and
Go
number
ahead.
2.
Number
All
2.
right. So this weekend, hopefully by Monday, the 14th, Blue Origin will send their all-female space flight into space with Aisha Bowie, Amanda Nigel, Gayle King from CBS Morning,
No.
Katy Perry, the music icon, Karen Flynn, who's a film producer, and of course, if it's going to be all female, she stomped her feet, and Jeff said, "Fine, Lauren Sanchez gets to go as well." His girlfriend, wife-to-be, fiance, she is keeping herself up with the help of physicians around the world.
She's keeping him up too.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Well, how come
so
they
they
get
go.
to go? Why are
Cargo
they?
line.
Did Katy
Yeah.
Perry have to pay?
I don't know if how much they had to pay, because I think before the billionaires were paying. I don't know if Jeff is footing the bill for this or not. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't, because they talked about how they were offered to go, and if you're offered to go to still, maybe it is. Maybe it's like hey, we'd like to have you go up in space. That'll be $28 million. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me.
Did
It would
Bezos
not
say,
surprise me.
"Ass, gas, or grass, no one rides for free"?
Probably, because the when you have the big stupid Met party that they have in New York for all the hoity-toits. I mean, that you get the invitation, but you still have to pay.
Right.
That's how good they are. They invite you. It's just like the star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yep, we want to give you a star, but you're going to have to pay for it. We're not paying for that.
That was the best Hollywood scam.
I think
Hollywood
it's awesome.
stars. I think
it's
because those things. What are they? $50,000, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And your fan club has to put together the petition to get because if you got the
Right.
money, you can get the star. It doesn't matter
Sure,
whether you're famous
absolutely.
or not. We could get a star.
I disagree.
$50,000 Hollywood? You kidding? Puh.
I
And here are
hopefully
the
will
hosts. You'll be walking over
$50,000
the hosts
soon.
of Saturday Morning Live. You'll see their star here on Hollywood Boulevard. Who are they? I don't know.
I'll tell
They
you
had
what, when I
$50,000.
When I get my cut of the $1.68 billion from James Toback,
Right.
that's settled.
That
we'll get a star
rapist
on
bastard.
Thank you, the man who locked me in a room, imprisoned me, falsely imprisoned me,
And strapped your ankles to the stirrups.
made me do things I didn't know I didn't want to do, but I couldn't say no because we were, the power structure.
He forced
no,
oral sex on you.
Yeah,
And that's
I
unacceptable.
don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to.
I can understand. That would
So I had
upset
I had
me.
to talk about it. I was willing to talk about it in court. Thankfully, I didn't have to testify. but
Right.
I was,
Right. That rocket is not going to work, says the mind of Zoe. Why?
why?
Is it because Gayle King's on it?
Yeah, why? I mean, they've been putting up. This is like the. How many times have they gone up? They've gone up 6 times, I think.
Gayle
Does it say in the story? Blue Origin gets off the ground.
Homophobic.
They tried to, Jeff tried to make a big deal out of the first female all space flight.
Right.
And everybody's like, hey, congratulations. Yeah, the Blue Origin NS-31 mission. Yes, to be all female space flight. Well, the Soviets did it in 1963. She became this Valentia Tereshkova became the first woman in space during the 3-day solo mission. So,
Are Soviet women really women?
yes.
All
So if the weather permitting, then they'll Blue Origin will take off. He's got his launch gear out there in West Texas. So if it's not a cloudy day, it'll take off. But
We
I
can
forget how many. I honestly think he's gone up like 4, 5, 6 times now.
And they're letting a homophobic anchor go into space? I mean, Gayle King.
What gay slur did she slip? I don't.
You weren't aware of the gay slur that she slipped?
I don't think so.
She
No,
slipped a gay slur.
I'm not up on my Gayle King news.
I had
looks
to.
Looks like Gail's sharing some of the Oprah Ozempic though in that picture. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
her face is looking thin.
Yeah.
Not to say she was fat before.
Well, I was saying that, but go ahead.
Oh, maybe she was a little fat before. Oh, do I have to? No, sure.
Oh no. Oh, here we go.
Oh, are we going to? Does she say it out loud?
What in the faggotry are you talking about?
YouTube just took us down. What do we? Why did we?
It's
even air
Gayle
that?
King. I didn't say it. Gayle did.
What?
What in the faggotry are you talking about?
That makes me like Gayle King. I never really cared for Gayle King. I don't have any problem. It's just that I don't think, whatever. She's Gayle King. She works hard every day, shows up for a job. Good for her.
What is that even? I've never even heard that before.
What in the faggotry are you talking
Right.
about? Oh!
You homophobic bastard. What in the faggotry? Is that even a word?
Did you just say?
I don't believe
it.
I didn't say faggotry. No,
Yeah,
that was Gayle King who said
did
faggotry.
say it.
That was not me. I guarantee you we're off Facebook because you can't even say retarded on Facebook. Well, you can, but
oh my gosh!
when you say it on Facebook in the transcript, it stars it out. So you
Really?
can't. Yeah, it won't. You can say it, but they just won't. For the people who can't hear, they don't know what you said, unless they're lip readers. So they don't want to offend deaf people or something.
So I looked up Merriam-Webster. Wanted to know what faggotry.
What is faggotry?
Yeah.
What in the faggotry is faggotry?
This is what they say. This is what the internet says. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's under the word faggot,
Uh-huh.
which they say is a noun. Okay.
Okay.
And it's under offensive. A gay person used as a term of abuse and disparagement. Faggotry is below that. Offensive. That's what it means. Offensive. It's just offensive.
I have a
As a
question.
noun. And faggoty as an adjective is offensive.
Well, faggoty is gay. We know what that means.
So
Don't be so faggoty. Now, my question
what
is
the
this:
faggoty are you talking? That's awesome. That's
Can it-
awesome.
Can a trans man be a faggot? Think about that one. Can they?
Sure.
Really? How? See?
I don't want to. I'm not going to get into this conversation on the air, Brad, because I know where you want me to go, and I'm not doing it because I could do it, and it'd be funny, but
The mind of Zoe says you guys are definitely getting kicked off of YouTube for this one.
yeah, and I know. And if we go any farther, well, there's no question. If I go into the
Technically,
bit that you want me to go into,
that'd be further. Farther denotes distance. Further, words matter.
if you want me to continue on, go any further, any farther,
They're Ewan
There
Guru.
will be-
They're
we will be off all
traggots.
platforms.
They would be traggots. That's a good point. They would be traggots because you can't. I didn't complicate the system. They did. With the damn pronouns and all of that. When you get it's like the chick that Anderson Cooper was introducing.
oh yeah,
the
them
lawyer.
Actually. Yeah, them actually.
It's
You should have just.
they. And
CNN can't, and Anderson Cooper can't, although he never apologized. He just went, oh.
he didn't know what to say. He's like, oh.
I thought we were past all that because you look like a she. Sorry.
I will die on the
I
pronoun
mean, he didn't
hill.
even say that.
I
He
will
didn't even
die
say
on the
that.
pronoun hill because it destroys conversation. It destroys information. You
Yeah.
can't read an interview with somebody who goes
No,
by
you
they
can't.
them without becoming
You have
completely
to read. You
lost.
have to read it. Yeah, you have to go stop and go. Wait, I
Yes.
thought there was. I thought we were talking about one person.
Yeah,
I know.
No.
I know.
I will
It's
die on
maddening.
that hill. That
It's maddening.
one.
And Anderson, obviously, CNN. There's no way that Anderson Cooper can stop and say, "We're not taking a question from you now," or just stop and say, "Oh, well, Senator Sanders, could you listen to the question from them?" Stupid. It's just stupid. It's just
Them
you
has
do
a
question
question.
from they.
Is it them who
They
has a question? They has a question.
Yeah, they has a question. Yeah. I mean, there's just it should have just stopped right then. It's they them actually. Okay, well, thank you. You're not asking a
All
question.
right,
Next,
moving on.
let's go
Next.
to Miller.
Let's go.
That would have been awesome.
Someone who
That
knows
would've-
how to speak.
That would have been awesome. But in their world, there's no way that he could do that. But in our world, absolutely.
That's sorry. I can't. I just
It's
can't.
them actually. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Let's
okay,
go to
well next.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to. Let's move on. Just throw the card with their name on it. Just toss it off to the side. Make it a
Yep.
bit. Throw it off to the side. We're done.
just-
Oh.
Their question was. Look. Is this? Hold on a second. Is this
Number 3.
Oh no! Wait. We already did number 3 and number 2. We would be at
Number 1.
Oh. I don't know if
Is-
there's actually.
You don't know. If
Number
there's-
1.
I mean,
I don't
is
know
that
if there's
number
actually a
1?
number
I
one.
don't. Is that number
Well,
1?
Oh no, this is not number 1.
You sure?
This
not
was
number
more
one?
for just. This was more for just you. But if you whatever, we can share it. So this is Hart in Montreal. Remember, she was really sick, and she beat cancer, and she said they were going to come back and do their tour.
Wait, that really is her?
Yeah.
No, that's Ann Wilson? I thought it was a joke. I thought it was 2 dudes standing there.
No, that is not a joke.
Oh! That's all I can play because somebody will shoot us down somewhere.
So they're back. I mean, they're back. Cancer's over. The sisters are back together. She's out on stage performing. Congratulations. Nice to have Hart back.
Wow. I saw
Nice to have
them
Hart
live at the Orange County Irvine Meadows. Irvine Meadows in Orange County in 80
Love
something.
Irvine Meadows.
And it was an outdoor venue, and it was back as she had and to be fair, Ann Wilson, when they put out their first was it Dreamboat Annie or Heart?
That's not Nancy, right? That's Ann.
Nancy's the guitar player. She's the smoking hot one. Ann is the chunky one. And
yes, but the singer, but the strong voice.
she's got an incredible voice. Yeah. But she had just lost a bunch of weight before they put out their first album. So on the cover of their first album, she looked smoking hot.
Right, they both did. Yeah, Hart.
But Nancy's always been thin, relatively. And so after the first album and the money comes rolling in, kind of like
she's
Shatner
back,
in Star Trek.
She's back to we're eating.
Right, they've got money
We
for
have
food
money.
again. Yes,
Yeah.
And I'm going to eat. Damn it! And so and then in the '80s, in their concert at Irvine Meadows, they had her all dressed in black, and that's what they would do on their MTV videos. Is they would digitally manipulate, which is easy now, but back then it was tough, and make her look thinner. They would, if you go back and watch the early videos when she had started to balloon back up, they would stretch the image to make her look thinner.
Okay. All right.
But she was on stage trying to dance, and I remember thinking at that point, "Oh, honey, please just stand there, just stand there."
Because
And
we got
sing.
Coachella. Because we have get this. We have Coachella going on this weekend and next weekend,
which is apparently horrible.
Well, they were bummed that they had a long time getting in. People were struggling to get into the campsites and all that, but they're still drawing huge crowds, no question.
Yeah,
and
but
it's, I'm sorry.
There was just a story that it's awful. People are demanding refunds.
Oh, well, I know people had to wait at least 8 to 12 hours to get into the campsites. So, very bad. Wow, worst in history. Yeah, holy cow. That's not good.
Wait, can I quote you on that?
It was the car campers. Yeah, they were still pissed. They couldn't get in.
Jeff Fisher's
took
quote.
forever.
This is not.
Yeah, you can quote me on that. Thank you.
Not
it's not good.
Good. Not
Yeah, it's not good.
Is there an exclamation after that or just a period?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Double exclamation point. Okay, so we'll send that
Gaga
out to
was
BAP.
Gaga was yesterday, right? That's good. I was with that, and I think Green Day is today. Maybe I don't remember who is.
I would like to see Green Day if they weren't such douche canoes.
Who's the? Where's the stupid schedule?
I would.
Yeah,
like
Gaga
to see
was
them.
yesterday with all the other bands, and then today is Green Day. Yeah, okay, is the big one, and Post Malone is tomorrow. Megan Thee Stallion tomorrow too. Nice.
Look at
But
that.
there's bands, obviously they got dozens of bands, multiple bands playing each day at different times at different stages. That's the way it works, which is kind of agonizing actually. And you're outside, and it's just why. But anyway, Weezer's going to be there. I think Weezer's there today. Do you see where his wife
Oh man!
is in jail? Awesome.
For pointing a gun at
Well-
cops, and they shot her.
See, they shot her. Right. She was in the backyard. They were chasing a suspect and had the suspect cornered in the yard next to hers. And she came out of the house with a gun.
Right.
And the police officers said, drop the gun. And she was like, no.
Wow.
Now, they claim that she pointed the gun at him. I don't know that she ever shot. And if she didn't shoot, they claim that she pointed the gun at him, which is why they shot her. She's still alive. She's going to be charged, I think, with attempted murder and some other BS charges.
There's only one question to ask at this point, and that's how much. It's LAPD, right? Was it
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
How much is LAPD going to have to pay
I know.
Mrs. Weezer?
She's at her own property, but you can't be pointing your weapon at police officers now. If that's true, and we should have body cam footage, which I've not seen. There should be body cam footage of this.
Just saying.
If it comes back that they did not have, we didn't have we were in pursuit and we don't have
Right.
our body cam footage on, I'm going to be pissed. Then they will owe money because she'll say, I was just in my yard holding my gun. I did not raise my weapon to you. So unless there's footage, you're right. They'll end up paying her. Absolutely.
D Friends in the Rumble chat room says, hey, I remember when Nancy Wilson had a cameo in Fast Times at Ridgemont. She did? Nancy
I
Wilson had
don't
a
know
cameo?
that. She was in Fast Times. Probably. Wouldn't be surprised.
Airman 66 CES, I
That'd be
always
about the
loved
right
Nancy's
timeline.
high leg kicks. Nancy, she could kick. But then there was that quote, didn't you?
Yes.
So
That's
I don't
the whole
know.
thing.
I'm not talking.
That's
no,
what brought.
I'm
yeah,
not
stop.
listening to.
Just
no,
stop
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
it.
I don't want to know. I don't
Yes,
want to know.
That
what
was
she
the
said.
whole thing.
Stop it! I don't
That's why
want
I
to know.
said it was more for just you to enjoy her in the wheelchair singing. Yeah, because
Can't believe she's in a wheelchair.
If you want to go down that road,
Not anymore. I don't. She's in a wheelchair.
I know.
Oh, that's not what you meant.
Well, she's singing. I want to get you alone. Easy, calm down.
Right, in your wheelchair. Well, the good news, she can't run very fast, can she?
Oh boy.
She didn't. Jolly Jake Level says she didn't point it. She just didn't drop it when commanded to.
Right.
That's the report I read.
Okay. So, so if she didn't point it, we're just shooting people that have in their own yard now. Okay. All right. Sure. Listen, I agree. Look, they're pursuing a fugitive, someone they're chasing after, and she comes out with her weapon. That's a questionable act, especially in California.
Did she know? I mean, if she sees the perp,
I don't know, Brad. But the thing is, let's say someone is pursuing, the police pursue a suspect and end up in your yard, and you come out of your back door with your gun, and they say, "Put the gun down. This is our suspect." Are you putting the gun down, or are you going to keep it in your hand?
Well,
and hopefully
is that
get
what
shot by
is
the
that what they
police
said
officer?
to her? Did they say, "Put the gun down. This is our suspect"? I don't. Wait for the footage.
That's what they alluded to in the story.
Danny
that
K
she pointed
says,
the gun at them and they shot her.
"Make slurs great again."
What in the are you talking about?
Arctic Jeeper 626.
I can't believe that she actually. Seriously, that's now. The more times I think about it, I can't believe she actually did it.
It was a quote from the dude's book, I think.
Oh,
It was like a heading in his book. That's why she said it.
oh. So if we get the full context,
Right.
then once she says it, she says, "What are you talking about in this book?" She's
I
confronting
guess.
him about it.
That's what I read.
Okay.
It was I don't know what the book is, but that was theoretically the context. Does it make a difference?
Okay. Yeah. Well, it doesn't to them, but it
Right.
does to us.
Arctic Jeeper 626. Good morning, everyone from Central Illinois. Everything is suspicious these days, Brad. Believe nothing is the only thing to really believe when it comes to this stuff. I know.
That's really sad. Actually,
That's where we are, though. That's where we are. So I take it that was
Number 1.
I don't know.
because otherwise we're out of time. And
We are really because we
Yeah.
didn't even get to. I mean, next weekend. Next weekend's a big weekend. You know that, Brad. So Saturday Morning Live is on the
huge.
19th. We got Easter, and it's 420. So it's a celebration for all next Sunday. And
Get
so
high
the
and go to
420
church.
weekend and Easter. So it's going to be a huge celebration because I saw where Hostess has got their Munchie Mobile now. They're out giving away free Hostesses and Twinkies and cupcakes for the 420 crowd on the East Coast, and that's awesome. Now I guess they're leaning into. They always, for years, they were leaning into kids' snacks. Now, we're gonna sell it to the dopers, sell it to the potheads. Yep.
they will not probably be selling them to Ann Wilson, who, well, they could toss one to see if she could really walk. They just toss one in
If
front of her.
if she rolls up to the Munchie, if you see the
true.
Munchie Mobile, I sent you a picture of the Munchie Mobile. If you see this in your neighborhood, they're saying it's going to be up and down the East Coast. So
Do you
if
send
you're not
me a
on the
picture
East
of the
Coast, good
Munchie
luck.
Mobile?
But if you see the Munchie Mobile roll up in your neighborhood, that's free cupcakes, free Twinkies. That's a good deal. I like it. I'm a fan.
That's
I am
right.
a fan.
You did send that.
That's why I was hoping for the picture to
There
come
it is,
up.
right there, the Munchie Mobile, right there.
There it is.
That is.
That's awesome.
It says
Trying to
snacky.
take on the Winter Mobile, but the Wiener Mobile, but no, you're not going to do that. But I would love to see that roll up in the neighborhood. I'll tell you that.
Snacky, 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 snacky,
Yeah.
snacky. So
Huge.
Hostess
Those
is now embracing drug use.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they won't say that, but that's what they're absolutely doing.
And Sid and Marty Krofft never intended for Lidsville to be anything related to drugs at all, because they said so, and so did Hostess.
There you go.
That's all.
There you go.
That's all I have to say about that.
All right.
Look, is there a joke of the day?
Do we have to wrap it up, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's after 10 a.m. Central Time, the only time zone that really matters, and
All right.
now it's.
All right, I'll give you the joke of the day. This was sent from a person that goes by the name of Tampa Ken. Tampa Ken. Now you can send me your jokes or your submissions for joke of the day at chewingthefat@theblaze.com. But Ken sent this joke. A guy was looking at a dog cleaning himself. I think we all know what he means by cleaning himself. And the friend says, "Wish I could do that." And the owner of the dog said, "He will bite you."
Even though another exciting episode of Saturday Morning Live is in the rearview mirror, that doesn't mean you can't reach out and get touched by Brad or
give it a
Jeffy.
shot,
Send
though.
Jeff
Yeah, you
Fisher
can
an
do this,
email,
too.
chewingthefat@theblaze.com.
I just said
Follow
that.
him
You
on
can do that,
X
yeah.
at JeffyJFR. Buy a cameo from Jeffy. It's not free, but it is priceless. And remember that another fantastic chapter of Chewing the Fat drops Monday at 4 p.m. The best way to reach Brad, smoke signals. Or you can email him, brad@thedailymojo.com. Follow him on his socials at Real Brad Staggs. And download the Daily Mojo app. It's in the Apple App Store. And be sure to enable notifications. You're now free to roam about the country. See you next week at the same bat time and same bat channel. I'm not Stu, reminding you to always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman. And in that case, be Batman.